Hello viewers, today I'm gonna tell you about a fascinating story. The story is about a guy named Bernard von NotHaus. This guy made his own currency and also got into trouble with the authorities. He's also labeled as a terrorist. So let's dive into it. He was born near Kansas City. He led a normal life until a profound spiritual encounter in 1974 spurred his interest in economics. Despite his initial disinterest in the subject, his resulting research paper on the potential of gold to stabilize economies garnered attention. Even though he lacked formal training in economics, this paper marked the inception of his economics exploration and laid the foundation of his future endeavors. By the 1980s, Bernard became the guy who was establishing the Royal Hawaiian Mint. He was working on making precious coins which garnered admiration and wealth. Despite his success in this, his passion for economic reform persisted. NotHaus grew disillusioned with the fiat currency and the Federal Reserve policies, which he believed led to the depreciation of the dollar and posed risks to society. Motivated by his beliefs, he embarked on a mission to create an alternative currency system based on gold and silver. This led to the birth of the Liberty Dollar. His vision attracted attention from like-minded individuals, including Jim Thomas of Evansville, Indiana, who provided crucial support.
Liberty Dollar was the first private alternate currency that was 100% backed up by gold and silver that could be used on a voluntary basis for any transaction within the United States or worldwide. It was actually distributed all over the world.
Bernard was very ambitious about his venture, but he always faced skepticism from economists like Richard Cooper, who questioned the practicality and wisdom of returning to a gold standard. Cooper highlighted the challenges associated with the system, emphasizing its dependence on the availability and prices of precious metals. Nevertheless, NotHaus' efforts aligned with the broader trend of alternative currencies emerging in the US. While traditional economists criticize his idea, NotHaus' pioneering spirit exemplified a growing movement towards reimagining monetary systems. Jim Thomas was a prominent figure in the world of libertarian publishing. Through Thomas Magazine Media Bypass, which specialized in exposing government cover-ups, NotHaus gained a platform to introduce his radical ideas. Encouraged by Thomas' learnings and shared concerns about the nation's economic tragedy, NotHaus used Indiana as the ideal hub for launching his alternative currency venture. Upon arriving in Evansville, NotHaus was struck by the city's potential as a central distribution point for the Liberty Dollar. With Thomas's support, he secured office space and recruited people, including Sarah Bildos, who became his trusted office manager. Together, they set about laying the groundwork for the Liberty Dollar production and distribution. NotHaus's attention to detail is evident in every aspect of the currency design and manufacture, collaborating with renowned mints like Sunshine Minting and Proforms. He ensures that the bills and coins are not only aesthetically appealing but also endowed with sophisticated security features. The currency further enhanced by the stories of some businesses, including Walmart, McDonald's, accepting it as a payment. Despite the initial challenges such as slow orders and limited merchant acceptance, NotHaus remained undeterred. His unwavering belief in the Liberty Dollar's potential as an anti-government statement fuels his determination to seek the currency succeed. As the operation moves to various locations within Evansville, it operates with relative anonymity, attracting minimal attention from authorities. As the new millennium unfolds, the Liberty Dollar experiences a surge in popularity, reflecting growing public disillusionment with traditional monetary systems. NotHaus's relentless promotion efforts pay off as orders increase, and the currency gains wider acceptance among independent businesses nationwide. Alan McConnell's role as a regional currency officer underscores the Liberty Dollar's grassroots appeal, as he rallies support and educates individuals, including police officers and firefighters, about the currency's potential. Amidst the Liberty Dollar's action, ominous signs of trouble emerge. NotHaus receives a warning from the US Mint regarding the currency's legality, but he chooses to press forward, emboldened by legal counsel and support of his community. However, a seemingly innocuous transaction in a North Carolina pizza shop sparks a chain of events that draws attention of the FBI. Undercover agents infiltrate Liberty Dollar operations, gathering evidence of alleged illegal activities. The FBI investigation intensifies, leading to a confrontation with NotHaus and his associates in southern Indiana. The Liberty Dollar fate hangs in the balance as government authorities move to dismantle what they perceive as a threat to the nation's financial stability. On a seemingly ordinary morning in November 2007, Sarah Beldoz arrives at the Liberty Dollar headquarters only to find herself at the center of a dramatic FBI raid. Armed agents swarm the premises, confiscating thousands of Liberty Dollars, including newly minted Ron Paul copper coins, and hauling away cash, equipment, and records. Simultaneously, authorities descend on Sunshine Minting in Idaho, seizing tons of silver and gold intended for Liberty Dollar production. The sudden and forceful action leaves employees like Beldoz and Rachel Moseley bewildered and facing intense questioning. Despite the chaos, NotHaus, who's in Florida at the time, instructs his employees to remain silent in the face of FBI scrutiny. In the wake of FBI raid, NotHaus and several associates, including Beldoz, Moseley, and Kevin Ennis, find themselves embroiled in a legal battle with the shape of their futures. Arrested on the charges of counterfeiting, they face felony accusations and looming threat of prison time, while some, like Beldoz, opt to accept pre-trial diversion agreements in exchange for probation. NotHaus admittedly refuses to plead guilty. As legal proceedings unfold, the government builds its case, arguing that the Liberty Dollar violates counterfeiting laws and represents a form of domestic terrorism. Despite mounting pressure, NotHaus remains resolute in the innocence, determined to defend his principles and the mission of the Liberty Dollar in court. The culmination of NotHaus's legal saga arrives with a highly publicized trial that captures national attention. Despite fervent support from libertarians and vocal critics of the government overreach, the jury returns a verdict of guilty on all charges after less than 2 hours of deliberation. The decision ignites widespread debate and condemnation, with figures like Ron Paul and conservative pundits questioning the legitimacy of the prosecution. As NotHaus awaits sentencing, his supporters rally behind him, confident in his chances on appeal. Despite facing the prospect of a lengthy prison sentence, NotHaus remains defiant, maintaining his belief in the Liberty Dollar mission and his commitment to challenging the status quo. As the dust settles, questions linger about the government handling of alternative currencies and the broader implications for financial freedom and individual liberties. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Simple. Please subscribe to our channel for more updates.